Hi guys, this is MegaDragonoid. I'm together with my amazing little brother Justin.
Hey guys.
And yeah, if you like what we're doing here on YouTube, you can easily give a follow. If you want to see me streaming some games, like an example Dragon Ball Z or GTA 5, just go to twitch.tv/MegaDragonoid. There you will be me streaming. So further ado, let's continue where we left off, because I'm not sure what we did last time.
Oh yes. Oh, right. Let's get comfy.
I think you
Now,
were
was it
right.
No, I think this was you actually.
Okay. This guy intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. Sure, the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else should... A grudge. Couldn't drive that human machine to plunge the knife in it again and again. Victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. It doesn't sound like a lot predicament, doesn't it?
So, if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm playing to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Okay. So we're... I'm not sure where we are at the moment. Conduction. There it is. Okay, got it. So we have to present on the fourth list. 1, 2, 3. There. And then we present this one. Objection! You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? I will test you. With my most surprise.
Really?
It's moss.
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Starr.
Hmm? What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth.
What a hunk! He's my hero, really. Did I really have to say that, bro?
I wasn't playing her! What about my addiction? No one noticed? Well, my witness.
That's you, bro.
Yeah, I just found a line really awkward. And how she's presenting it. You got the crime scene set right. What?
I don't get that one. Does that mean, is that referring to the food? Is that food a crime scene set?
Thanks. I always believe that no one should ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize some mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. splattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. Then tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Hmm? Okay,
Bed muffler, huh?
Oh wait, red muffler, and then we present the crime scene photo. Parkwood crime scene photo. Objection! Miss Starr, I demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph. Ah! He beat you to it!
Yeah. I'm getting my. Oh wait, I don't need my salt. I have my aromat. I'm gonna be salty as fuck, bitch. I don't know if you see this, guys. There we go. Oh. Yeah. There we go. Ah, that's down the drain. Huh? But that can't be!
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you've finally found your true calling in life. Ooh, bird!
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails.
What was my objection? Clover chopped the lever? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that. But something red, really.
Well now, where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What? Farewell, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime scene. You saw the crime and apprehended the subject. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things currently, at least. Ultimately, we can't shake the most important part of her testimony.
The most important part?
Part where your assistant stabs the victim. The next testimony might be the moment of truth. Okay, let's grab the list. After the murder, the subject attempted to run behind the particular off to her side. I quickly catch her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah yes, and when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why she had me confused in the earlier testimony. Chief Prosecutor made it to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. You are quite determined about that scarf, aren't you? I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. More like a hyena. That's me, Angel Starr. That wasn't a very good metaphor, but for first, a cobra is kind of a snake. But right? Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks.
Note to self: Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites.
It was a metaphor, woman! The chief prosecutor
Besides, I
tried...
think everyone's weak against poison.
Yeah. The chief prosecutor tries to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over the oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh yes. She's beautiful but deadly. A predator is one a leopard woman. Wow. Very well, Mr. White. Your cross-organization, if you will. Sure, buddy. May I?
Go ahead.
Hold it! You say quickly you were close to the subject? As I said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press more for more detail. We gonna press. Yes, we do. I like to see this on 4 plans just to be safe. Launch car was there. She was a visitor, thus she parked in block B. So you witnessed the murder from here. Should make about 30 feet from the car. Yes, that's correct, Nestar. Yes, that's right. But there's a chain link fence in front of you.
I call bullshit on that.
Objection!
There's no way. There's no way he could do that.
Amazing. The
Yeah,
cough-up queen,
sure.
Lady Adelaide, indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence. Yes, I agree.
But
so
there's
she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast.
Oh. Okay, never mind. I was thinking the fence was a link to the top. Like literally to the top, so you can't get over it. So she might climbed very quickly onto the car that's on the right there and then jumped over it. That might be it. Yeah, and the fence was about 9 feet high too. So why did Miss Guy not get away? Okay. And then I press on this, apparently. She mentioned a muffler. What actually did she say? If I remember exactly, I told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her was saying the word muffler. Just that one word?
So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Phone? She can't be. By phone, do you mean this cell phone? Discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory is like a salmon heading upstream, you see. No, the court doesn't see Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first apprehended to use the cell phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. In the car there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order. And she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency cell phone... Oh, sorry.
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to the girl testifying? So you of course add this to your testimony. The things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. On a cell phone updated in the court record. Okay. This statement. Okay. I saw it all. How she tried. Okay. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Aha, I was going to ask the same thing. I only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. The chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the prosecutant. She picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. She pulled out her cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time you... that time you climbed over the chain link fence. Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this?
What is it, Mr. Wright?
Okay. Angel has to be lying. Okay, so I have to present this. Objection! The evidence clearly reveals the concept in your test statement, Your Honor. Exactly are the evidence in the statement now just roll it. They aren't, are they? Not at all. That's right, please think your facts are... What?
You got it wrong.
I just read it. Huh? Wait. Oh, okay, I got it wrong here. This is where I had to do it. Objection! Mr. I have concluded that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, how should I have that thought you might be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, together with the prosecutor, chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a bit of contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, I will make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said the witness crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call.
That is a good point.
I believe you see what I'm getting at. The emergency cell phone on the back of this, bro.
Partition? No, partition.
Partition. If indeed you were in Block B, you shouldn't have seen it. And there's the fight music! Isn't it, bro?
Yep.
Fight! Order! What's the meaning of this? It's simply, Your Honor. She is not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies!
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court.
Here's where it begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. Where she saw it.
Yep, that's right.
Miss Guy tried to use the emergency cell phone, but it was out of order. What is about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it should be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about. Pointless to lie. I see. But with the witness, did actually see Miss Guy using the emergency phone. It should mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location.
A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one.
Before you call me a lie pointless, at least let me tell you it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where is this witness when you saw when she saw the crime? We know where. Can be only possible.
I mean, she did say that she had someone she knew that worked there.
Mm-hmm. The only possible
so
reason.
So it had to be there. That either there or among the other cars.
This is the only place where she could have been. The security guard room?
Indeed, the security room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the second floor, so you can see the entire lot.
She should have been able to see the emergency phone from there. Why there are many other places where she could have seen the phone. Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness not being a part of the prosecutor's office couldn't park in Block A. The only way to where she could have seen the crime, the back of the predicament, is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought lunch to your boyfriend in the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years I have been getting the better of men? To think the tables should be turned. A man has gotten the better of the Angel Starr. Order, witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. You should know better. I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? He's talking about Miss Sky.
Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why did Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense.
Huh?
She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything. Exactly. This photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim. Except for one problem I'm already seeing right now. Bro?
Tell me.
Do you see the problem?
Well,
the photo has taken place behind the fence.
correct.
Which would mean that it was taken in Block B.
Correct.
Which, to me, means that someone was on that side of the fence, but it wasn't this person that's talking right now.
Or she is there, but... Or she's having a partner. Like, remember the second case we had?
Yeah, maybe someone is working with her. Or... remember how she said she knew the security guard or someone that worked in the security office?
Yeah. I need a little bit of a snack. Give me a moment. I really need a snack for this one. And better how to do that with a tasty of salty snacks, fried potatoes of the Plus homemade chips. Yeah,
Hashtag not sponsored by chips.
well, it's actually not sponsored by chips. It's not sponsored by Plus. Because Plus is actually the supermarket. And that's the stuff. Bro?
That truth still stands.
It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason. So tell us what her reason was, Mr. Wright. Huh? Me? Who else?
Mr. Wright, let's review what we know.
Miss Starr witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied. She said she saw her from Block B.
I guess distance to the crime, but also angle of the view as well. Then again, if we're talking about the angle, she wouldn't see who the person was because she would see only the back of that person. So yeah, it would have to be the distance to the crime, I reckon.
It changes the distance between her and the crime scene of the crime. The scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright, but one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. True.
Yeah.
But I don't see how that would change what she could see.
What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it should take her to reach the scene of the crime. Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime scene from the security guard room? How long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Sky? Well, witness, you... Yes. Ordered squid wheels, right?
What?
He's really onto that food, and I'm kind of eating snacks.
She's trying to put you off.
Yeah.
She thinks if she gave people food that will put them off asking questions, but it's not gonna work. Even if it does make me hungry.
Yeah, me too.
Although not for squid wheels, whatever they are.
Oh, I don't know. Quality of my lunch has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch from Fresh Blossom Berry Jam to my boyfriend. Blossom Berry for your boyfriend? He wasn't in the station, so I was waiting. The witness of the crime from the glass wall station. And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked, so I couldn't open it. Huh? That's why
that would have taken her even longer.
Yeah, that's why I had to go through the visitor parking in Block B. That's quite a detour. That can be right.
That seems a bit strange to me.
30 feet. 30 feet. How much is that in meters?
I don't know. Probably 10, I think.
Probably took me like let me check. So between the car and the security room, it's like 30 feet. Okay. Wait.
It's 9 meters. 9 meters, not roughly 9 meters, bro.
9 meters, okay. So 30 feet is 9 meters. Okay, check. Okay.
Roughly.
So this will be 9 meters. That can be correct. Okay. This will be like from 30 feet to 20 or 25. This will be exactly 30. Went from here to there to there. The door was blocked. She had to go around. Yeah, that can be correct, but... Okay. Get me to this point, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. She is basically saying she was in the security guard room, right?
Right.
She witnessed the murder, but the picture was taken here somewhere.
Yeah, that's what we've worked out.
But if she noticed the murder, she didn't go to the security guard room to deliver lunch.
Well, she would have had to witness it in the security room, right? So, okay, so she had to have been in the security room to witness the murder, and to at least, by our reckoning, get down to the telephone and stop the lady in her tracks.
Indeed.
So you think that she wasn't actually there to give lunch? Is that what you think?
She had... There are two things I can come up with. Factor 1. She placed literally on this or that car one of the lunch boxes with a camera into. That's one thing.
Yeah.
So
that's
there was
possibility. Let's call that possibility A.
Yeah, possibility A. It's still like that possibility. It's still that.
Yeah.
In the meanwhile, that everything happened, she went to block B door to the other side to the security room.
Right.
In the meanwhile, our object A, that's somewhere on the one of those two small cars in block B, was recording what was happening here. She was in the meanwhile there, and everything what happened here, she also noticed kind of from here because she had a direct view. But how can she be so sure that the door was locked here?
Well, she said she went to that door, and that was locked.
Yeah, but if I can be really honest, a phone call doesn't take like 5 minutes. If you are trying to ask somebody to erase your tracks, you just say, hey, come to this location and erase my tracks, and you just hang up. That's roughly a minute.
That's what stumped me as well, is like she would have to go from the car around that barrier to the telephone, ring up the person, and then call and then have the conversation, and that's when this lady, Miss Starr, supposedly came around and got her.
Yeah, so how can that be possible if the...
Also, she's saying that she went from the security room down to the right to the telephone, and then down to the left all the way to block B, and then back to block A to get the murderer.
Yeah,
that seems like an awful lot of stuff to do.
Yeah,
for one person.
That would make sense that it'll take like 6 minutes tops with her heels on.
Yeah, I mean that's 9 minutes. No, actually, it would have to be more, because
it'll be it will be like 20 meters, if I'm saying correctly in my roughly sketched out plan.
Yeah, so you're talking about going from the security room 30 meters to the telephone.
To the right,
9 minutes.
To the telephone straight away. But she said the door was locked. It was locked, like closed off.
Yeah. So she goes back and heads down to block B,
where so-called a camera. Oh, I've got my morning medication now. I noticed. I sleep really deep today. And she went to the fence here. Or through the fence, over it. That takes at
Well,
least maybe 1 or 2 minutes time with her heels on.
Yeah, so you're
Unless
talking
you're
about the
professional.
fact that you're talking about the fact that she's gone from the telephone back past the security room, back down all that way to the entrance to Block B, and then heading over to the wire fence and proceeding to go over the
9
fence.
feet high.
Even that is a bit of an effort to get over. So
In
yeah,
the
there's
meanwhile,
no way.
The subject could already be gone.
Yeah, there's just no way. There's just absolutely no way she could have done all that and still managed to capture that woman. There's just no way.
And how can she be sure that the door is locked? Did she maybe booby-trapped it? But yeah, here comes factor B, bro. What if she had a partner in crime? Because like Edgeworth said, like, she holds a grudge against the chief prosecutor and Edgeworth himself.
Yeah. Plus, she's in the security room, and her boyfriend is literally the security guard, and he would know the ins and outs and probably would have shown her. It is a simple matter of working out which button unlocks and locks doors.
Yeah.
From the security room. Like, she could just press a button in the security room, and that would unlock / lock any door in the garage. It's entirely possible.
Indeed.
So there's no reason for her to come across that door and be like, oh, this is locked, I'm gonna go around a different way.
Indeed. So there are two possibilities.
She has to be lying about something. She has to be lying about something in this. It just seems all a bit convoluted.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not sure about the whole idea about her having someone else that working for her, but yeah, there's no way that she could possibly have done all that.
Yeah.
In 5 minutes.
Yeah. 5 minutes?
Maybe 10. Maybe 10, but not 5.
No. This changes things considerably. But it was that woman over there in the defendant chair who stabbed him. I know it. I photographed the evidence.
I'm still looking at that, thinking that's definitely taken from behind the wire fence.
Why do I keep getting the feeling this is kind of photoshopped?
I get that feeling too, but maybe not Photoshop, but like, maybe that stain on the jacket isn't blood. Maybe it's from, oh my gosh, food, for instance. I mean, it's possible to spill food on yourself.
Yeah, okay, that can be possible. But what is most considering, bro?
Yeah.
Okay, she said... Wait, let me get a few things straight, bro. Just give me a few things straight. Do some cars have, like, the hood, literally the hood, so where the motor is? Does some of the cars go diagonally down? Like, not completely diagonally, but you get my picture. I hope.
You're talking about the front of the car, yeah.
Like, it literally, if you put a camera on top of the hood of the car, can it be so like it is going a little bit sideways?
It would probably slant downwards a little bit, but I don't know about sideways. It depends on if there's like on some cars I've seen like this tiny little bump in the middle that you could put a camera on and it would position it sideways a little bit. So that is possible.
Yeah. I swear it. I saw it on my finest plastic spork. Okay.
A spoke. Seriously?
You have a point. A spork is a wonderful invention.
Do you know what a spoke is?
Nope. Tell me.
It's basically a mix between a fork and a spoon. That's why it's called a spork. Because it's literally just that. It's one piece of cutlery that looks like a spoon, but it's got little prongs like a fork. It's so weird.
I think I've seen them.
It's kind of funny.
I think when I was working at restaurants, I kind of saw them. I think I did.
Also, caviar, yuck.
Never ate them, so I don't know.
Don't ever. Don't ever. Seriously, it's like the worst. It's literally, it's eggs. They're little
fish eggs. I know.
Sorry? But to you, maybe.
Yeah, like I said, some people do like them, some people don't.
You've had sushi with me a couple of times, haven't you?
Yeah.
You know, some of the sushi we've gotten's had caviar on top, right?
Are you kidding me?
You enjoyed that.
I hate caviar with a passion. You see? Why did you never tell me?
What is wrong, bro?
What is caviar anyway? It's like eggs, isn't it? Yeah, fish eggs. I thought so. Yeah, you wouldn't.
What?
So it's just Fabian. Fabian was telling me that caviar is fish eggs that you can actually eat.
Caviar is basically fish eggs.
Yeah. And we're just talking about the fact that I had, apparently I've had caviar before and I enjoyed it and I wasn't even aware.
Let's see what she's going to say. You like another caviar lunch? Absolutely. Uh-oh.
Mr. Wright, you have to do something.
Do you have evidence to stop this? May I? By Watson?
You may.
Objection! 5 minutes between the witness of the murderer and the arrest. Think about it. You shouldn't make pasta in that amount of time if you like to it all dented. I got lunchboxes that tie pasta in knots, rookie. 5 minutes blank. Isn't that strange?
Strange?
If you were a criminal, what should you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor? Well, I guess I will flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea, I don't want to kill anyone. But you have the intention of a killer, you would run. But this time it was different. Miss Skydell at the crime scene and she had to take her picture taken. No criminal would react this way. It's
inconceivable. It's inconceivable.
It's inconceivable. Well then, it seems we have come to the end of this testimony. The witness Gretel against the defendant, and the blank in her testimony. Mr. Edward, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history. We did it! We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright!
It was too close. I'm afraid that the cough-up queen has been dethroned. And with that, the court adjourned.
Not again!
Michelle, you ordered squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried voiced off on me.
I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I had decisive evidence. Or what was that? Is this one of her trick lunchboxes? My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Starr. Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox? Whoa, triple decory. Out of the frenzy of the witness determination, I will allow one more.
Oh dear.
Has he been bargained?
The judge has let his stomach outrule his mind.
Yeah.
It seems.
Let's hear about this defensive evidence. Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed. What was she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Uh-oh. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes where it wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe.
Funny how this wasn't brought up before.
Yeah. One of course, was the victim's. The other type of blood was batch of the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Interesting.
I find it interesting too. This shoe proves it. It's flawless, detective. Decisive evidence. What? There was blood found on that shoe? Try Lunchland for all your lunch and the evidence needed.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
Slimpy, I already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Everworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
And you had blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends for instance.
Oh, of course she does. In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law.
Yeah, this sounds really mean and...
Well, actually, whatever he's about to say is probably true, and she should know if she was part of the court system at one point. Rule 1. No evidence shall be shown without the approval of the police department. In other words, this shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being. Is that right, Mr. Wright?
It seems so. Edward sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Bro?
Hmm?
Don't forget, I used to be a detective.
Yeah, I think you've got that, lady.
As I mentioned previously, this shoe has already read testimony as a member of the Parasite Department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today. As the general public and per the official evidence, Mr. Edgeworth.
Is that right, Mr. Wright?
Seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen.
You could at least study some evidence law, really.
Prosecutors campaigns notwithstanding. Apparently the evidence satisfied is the first rule of evidence law. However, seems you have yet another count against you, witness. Anything to assure that the guilty are properly judged. Very well, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Here we go again. I should have mentioned those 5-minute fifth testimony. I already did this. Press. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight.
That looks disgusting.
Look what she called it.
Sounds disgusting too.
Yeah. Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Seems like client sees enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup.
Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe?
A problem? It's critical. There's a problem with this shoe. There's a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I will say there's one critical problem with this evidence. It's clearly contradictory. Don't gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'll give you a pepper fish gut now. But if you don't take the heat, you shouldn't. Should you? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has to say. What's the contradiction about this victim's shoe? Show us the problem with this evidence. Okay, I'm already seeing it. You?
No.
Okay, take a good look. I'm putting the angle right perfect for you.
What, the fact that the blood is under the shoe?
Take a good look how it's angled. There's blood on this side. But it's supposed to this blood not to be on the other side?
Yeah. I guess, but you could make the argument that the person stepped on that side of the blood when they murdered the person and were trying to get away.
Uh-huh.
But then again, the whole shoe underneath would be covered in it. So, I'm not sure.
I know.
I'm not sure. Sorry.
I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of the shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it will be your blood on the bottom of my shoe. Indeed, there is quite a blood on the bottom of the shoe.
It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Wait,
How many
his
will
shoe?
be guess if I'm saying it correct?
There's no blood on the floor. There's no blood on the ground, bro. So there couldn't be blood on the bottom of the shoe.
The problem lies in the footprint. The footprint? Now to the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. Then isn't it strange? Why are there any footprints found by the scene of the crime? Aha! As you can see, there's no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. The contradictions you claim about this shoe.
This picture only shows part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort. Order, order, order. Well, witness. What?
Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint.
Oh. That's true. It has to be a reason why there was no footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think!
Hey, I don't know why it is not there. I'm just good finding contradictions.
What? I see. Now I get it.
Okay, what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There is one vital hint to truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were vain. She knocked my hands aside and kicked over the oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. Apparently this one, yeah, a leopard woman. Row.
I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that, I'm not so sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Well, you're not the slowest conveyor belt on the lunchbox factory. Witness, well, was the oil drum empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water.
Sure it was.
Water?
It washed away the blood. How convenient.
Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright? Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Ah, you don't mean...
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. to erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
Damn. Ah! The ties things up quite nice.
A bit too nicely.
Yeah. The bloodstain left on the victim's shoe tie her quite clearly to this murder. Then after the deed was done, she kicked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs. Why, that's a prosecutor's specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds me, Miss Sky right hand was hurt. She didn't say she was cut herself when she stabbed him.
So that's when my sister's blood got on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please!
What? What can I do? Your sister has confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it.
But... Enough. There is no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
Very well.
But Angel Starr is on the prosecution's side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Oh wait.
Huh? Me?
Did you say that I, Angel Starr, was on the prosecutor's side?
Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints.
Well... I thought you had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping. Another lunchbox, a lunchbox called evidence. Wait, witness, don't tell me you had something else.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this.
Another photograph, how convenient. And again, she's supplying evidence that should have been shown to Edgeworth and the police first.
I'm really looking this. Okay, let's take it back a moment. Or a long moment, I don't know. The blood on the underneath shield was on the right, not on the left, like how it's like now.
Yeah.
Second of all, look where he's stabbed.
In the chest.
Where
Like they
on
said.
the chest?
On the left of his chest. By the looks of it.
And where's the shoe?
On his right.
And where's he bleeding?
On the left? I'm confused where you're going with this, bro.
Okay. Let's take a good look. He's stabbed on the left. He's bleeding from the left. His shoe is on the right. There is blood on his left part of his shoe. But how did the blood come here? That's second of all. And what is this? Is this blood or is this water?
I'd say that's the water.
Indeed. But
The water
if
that
he will be
conveniently washes away.
yeah, but if he is stabbed here, why is there no blood there?
Ah, yeah, that is a good point.
Did I just not, in case anyone had the gal to the subject, the white shoe didn't belong to the victim? Hmm? See no room of error in this evidence?
Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo.
Hey, it's clearly wet. Erasing the last trace of doubt from the court mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all.
It's not your fault. I knew it. I couldn't win this case from the beginning. And it seems this was... Sister wanted anyway. I'm sorry, Mia. That was Mia, bro.
Right. Wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
Huh?
Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take another good look. Don't give up, not until the bitter end.
This is the last piece of evidence. Very well. This time I will like to declare the verdict for good. Your Honor, wait! What is it with you people? Can I not hand down my verdict in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait? No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Take a look at this photo. The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give every piece of evidence a proper contradiction.
So, right? Are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah, I will think it later. Yeah, there's a problem, right or wrong. I got to get it ahead with this. I'm supposed to, since we have come to this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Remember, bro, what did Angel Starr said a lot about the defendant?
That she kicked the barrel?
No, not the barrel. I will give a hint.
Come again?
I did what I did.
Muffler!
Uh-huh.
The muffler of the car!
The problem is in this photograph. It's here!
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Miss Edworth.
Your Honor.
You just said muffler. However, I see no traces of a muffler or a scarf in any kind of this photograph.
A muffler is also a part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system, a pipe.
I see, and I see! What's this supposed looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler? So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does have that to mean with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easily. In fact, you already told us it's important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. Oh, what? Let's hear what Mr. Wright has on his mind. Tell us what this piece of clothing in the muffler is related to this case.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, she talked about a call.
She mentioned that a fair bit.
Yeah, Miss Starr, recall to your testimony for court. Ah yes, I arrested her when she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in the earlier testimony. Muffler? Ah! Ah! Could it be the muffler you heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe? If so, that means that piece of evidence cloth is vital evidence. Ah!
Got her.
Bam! Got her. It seems we have suspended the prosecution. Suspended? I found myself wondering about this piece of clothing. We will leave any question unanswered here, and we will do this to the law. Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. Verdict will wait until we have seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so.
Phew, that was a close. But we made it. At least for now. The cars were adjourned for 30 minutes recess. It's lunchtime after all. He's still hungry? To be continued. Guys,
wow.
We will see you next week. Have a nice day. And if you
subscribe if you want to see some more suspenseful Phoenix Wright court cases.
Go on, bro.
Right, bro?
Yeah, indeed. Well, see you next time, everybody. Peace.
Peace.
Hey, bro. Oh, well,